we finally got a new camera, so for our next sleepover, we can play Connect Adventures again. And then your mom can't get us in trouble for playing video games because we're being active. Exactly, and then we'll get to play Terraria all night. We can finally finish our staircase to heaven. Kenzie, Brianna! Oh, hey, Linda. Oh, hi. You actually came to breakfast today. Did anyone tell you yet? Tell us what? Apparently, there's a ghost in the girls' bathroom. Really? Yeah, and I know exactly how to summon it. I was wondering if you two could go to the girls' bathroom with me during our lunchtime. So, you want us to summon it with you? Exactly. Oh, we're so down. We are? Hello, everybody. Since it's spooky month, I decided, well, why not talk about ghost stories throughout my childhood? I bet we all had some kind of spooky experience in our childhood, whether it was paranormal or maybe it really just was in our head. Because children have a great imagination. Now let me tell you about the bathroom ghost that haunted me and my friends during middle school. It all started in the 6th grade. When me and Brianna were in the cafeteria during breakfast talking about our next sleepover. And then our friend Linda comes in and tells us about the ghost and how she knows how to summon it somehow, and that me and Brianna should totally go with her. And I didn't want to go because I'm scared of ghosts. My mom always scared me about the Ouija boards and to not mess with ghosts whatsoever. But my friend Brianna seemed very enthusiastic about it, and obviously I didn't want to ruin it for both of them because they seemed excited, so I didn't say no. For the entire first couple periods, I was very anxious about lunchtime. My imagination was getting the best of me. I've already watched so many scary movies as a kid, some that I have no business watching. Like, why was I watching Wrong Turn when I was a child? Anywho, I already knew that ghosts or spirits could just latch onto you and follow you home. And that was my #1 fear about this whole ordeal. Also, an FYI, I think what influenced this fear of mine was definitely The Grudge. She would quite literally follow you everywhere. Back to the story. Fast forward, it's lunchtime. We are the first period to start lunch, so we have to wait in the hallway so they can set up the cafeteria for us. This is because our cafeteria is our gym and our auditorium. We sit down, and that's when planning actually starts. Okay. So we gotta go to the 2nd floor bathroom. That's the only place where the ghost appears. But we can't go to the 2nd floor bathroom. We're gonna get in trouble. Kenzie's right. There's already a bathroom next to the cafeteria. They're not exactly gonna let us go any further. Yeah, I know. But this is exactly where Kenzie comes in. Huh? Don't you have a library pass where you can go to a library whenever you want? I do, but the library pass is only for me. That means I have to go alone, and I'm not going there by myself. Wait, I'm lost. What's the library got to do with this? The library's on the 2nd floor. All you gotta do is tell that lunch lady that we're gonna use the computers at the library for some group project. They won't suspect anything. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt. So it was time for us to follow through with our escape plan. And we succeeded. I went up to the lunch lady, I showed her my library pass, I politely asked her if my friends could go with me, and she did not suspect a thing. This was the most mischievous thing I've ever done so far. And I felt pretty good. But in the back of my head, I was like, wait, if we summon this ghost and the ghost ends up cursing us, I'll have to tell the truth. And like a priestess comes to my house because we opened like gates that should have never been opened. Anywho, we make it to the 2nd floor. We're at the entrance of the bathroom, and we were a little scared. But as long as I was with my friends, I felt somewhat safe. Okay, in order to summon the ghost, we use this. That's a pencil. Not just any pencil, a #2 pencil. It only works if it's a #2 pencil. Okay, go on. Basically, if you put this #2 pencil on the floor and it starts rolling by itself, that means there's a ghost in the bathroom. This is some weird ghost we're dealing with. I mean, guys, why else do you think there's no mirrors in the bathroom? Now that you mention it, they say that when you look at yourself in the mirror in this bathroom, you see a ghost. Well, thank God there's no mirrors here, so we don't have to actually see it. But with this pencil, we will. What I'm trying to say is that it's a different type of scary when you see them in the mirror, you know? Okay, so who wants to put the pencil on the floor? No, thank you. I am not touching that thing. Why don't you do it, Linda? You're the expert. Linda was very hesitant. She clearly wanted one of us to do it, but we were not moving. We just stared at her uncomfortably until she decided to do it herself. You know what? I'll do it, okay? I'm a little scared. I would appreciate if you guys were a little bit closer to me. And not the door? Yeah, totally. Right. Okay, here goes nothing. Run! Leave me behind! Okay, looking back, there was a totally not ghost explanation for this, and that's called gravity. Of course, these are children we're talking about. They obviously did not think that at the moment. But you know what they did think about? A ghost in the bathroom for the rest of the school year. And let's just say we became a little bit popular because of this ghost event, and we definitely took advantage of it. Being very dramatic, saying how we almost died. This is middle school we're talking about, so obviously other students did the ghost event on their own as well, and rumors started going around pretty quickly. And let's just say this bathroom ghost had multiple different forms on how it revealed itself to the students. To some students, it was some old man haunting the bathroom. To others, it was simply moaning Myrtle in their school bathroom for whatever reason. And then out of nowhere, the ghost turned into a ghost killer clown? Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But man, was I scared. You see, my class is in the 3rd floor, so technically I'm safe because there's a bathroom down the hall. But I did open some doors that shouldn't have been open, and I had a fear that this ghost would follow me to the 3rd floor bathroom, which, trust me, I tried avoiding going to the bathroom in general at school unless it was with a group. There was one tiny problem though. We can't really control when we gotta go to the bathroom, can we? So I had this amazing escape plan. Basically, when I enter the bathroom, I gotta make sure I use the stall nearest to the door. That way, if anything paranormal happens, I have an easy escape. Now, am I a genius or what? Anywho, this bathroom situation got really bad at my school, to the point where the teachers got involved. I'm assuming they had a meeting about this. They basically told us how the ghost is not real, and how stories like these can really get out of hand to the point where it could hurt a student. Which is very fair. I can't even begin to imagine how many students had an accident because they were too afraid to go to the bathroom. And this marks the end of our bathroom ghost. Real talk though, how come every time there's a place that's haunted, it's almost always the bathroom? At least in public spaces. Obviously, if it's a haunted house, it's always the bedroom, specifically under your bed. You should totally check under your bed right now. You never know what might be under there. Or your closet. Or even worse, your window. Personally, I'm more scared of people looking in through my window. Back to bathrooms, I know for a fact that at one point in your life, while you were showering, the second that water hit your eyes, you felt like you weren't alone in that bathroom. And you panic, and you try to rinse it off as fast as possible. I would call this a canon event, at least to most people. I think the reason why bathroom ghosts are so effective is because when you're in the bathroom, that's when you're the most vulnerable. I mean, there's a reason why Bloody Mary used to be the scariest thing ever. Remember that? Hello, welcome to the end of the video. Hopefully this is uploaded by Halloween or near Halloween and not after, but if it's uploaded after, who cares? It's still out there. Anywho, thank you for watching and listening to my ghost story. Now it's your turn. I want to hear your ghost stories. Leave them in the comments below. I'm very curious. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. I hope you had a good spooky month.